The black hole emits light. Clean out your vessel. She emits your density out in order to create more out of the holistic arts of yourself. Because your life it's a lie anyways. It's an illusion, it's a Maya. But you can believe in something. If you start to believe in something, that's what you will see, that's what it will become. BeLiefve Systems, are you alive? Is your battery alive in this matrix? I don't know. I could tell you the techniques to do that, but that's on you if you would like to hear them. BeLiefve Systems are created out of the eye or the black hole to become holistic. So if you fall into the hole, it seems like you become very depressed, but basically you're just resting, you're just recharging, because you will become holy again. This is what your battery is in this system, in this grid matrix. So you fall into the hole, you fall into the source, and then you start to see the code. So you open yourself up to become empty. You empty yourself out, then you start to breathe again. And then, once you've been into the lacking of everything, so everything starts to lack, so you basically become nothing. Nothing. Black equals white. So you become gray, which is wise. You become very intelligent. Then you can start to add certain things into your program. So this is when the language starts to work, because you become addicted to certain spells, to certain codes, to certain letters. It's not about to show off, but you probably have no idea who I am, but I give you the source code right here. Because basically every spell and every letter is an addiction. That means you start to dictate your mind with it. If you start to dictate your mind with it, you will become what the spells will tell you, what the symbols, what the spells, signs, and letters are doing to you. And this is when you start to see what you are. Now, this is not to tell you what you should do, but this is what I do. And from my experience, this is one of the most sourced, originated arts to cultivate yourself out of this believe, out of this Maya, out of this illusion of self. So this is the sourcing art of truthfulness, compassion, tolerance, which is connected to Falun Dafa or Falun Gong, which is about cultivating truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. So this is when you start to anchor yourself in yourself, which gets into my other videos that I've produced for you. But this is basically the whole grid. This is how your brain starts to work, because it's about your brain. It's about synchronizing your internally. So everything is already inside of you. If you grow out internally, you grow out externally. So if you become very interconnected in yourself, this is when everything else around you will start to connect. So then we get into the hole. So we've been falling into source. We've been falling into the hole. So this is when we start to get into the web. So the web basically protects us from falling deeper and deeper and deeper. And it depends on you how deep you would like to go. How deep you go into your eye, into your spine, into yourself, into the hole. So once you've fallen into the hole, the net is going to save you. But it seems like it's saving you, because basically this gets also into the CC, into this 33 spines, into the vertebrae. And there you have the connection to the spiders, to the web, which connects to time. But if once you get to the 0 point, which is the holistic art of yourself, of your eye, of your spine, so you develop the outlook into the grid, you start to see that there is no time. It doesn't matter if you go to 12, 9, 3, 6, or where would you like to go. It's 360 degrees. Full range of motion. Full range of motion, emotions. So you start to choose where you would like to go. But this is only manageable if you're anchored in yourself. So it doesn't matter if you go left or if you go right, because you're wholly anchored in yourself. Now the quest is, where would you like to go? This is when Zen comes into place. Or this is when a lot of different arts come into place. But again, keep in mind that it's all a BeLiefve system. It's all a lie. It's all an illusion anyways to play with. So here you get basically the whole blueprint, how it works, you know, like, and I give you that from the original source, which is you. It's yourself. If you're watching this. Watchman, Tom. So we fall into the hole, and then the net is, you see that? The net, the magnetics seem like they're holding us together. So we have the magnetics, the woman aspect, and we also have the electrons, the male aspect. And I speak here from source, from the holy arts. So we fuse that together. It's getting very nervous, right? Oh no, you better relax in the female aspect. No, put it together. It's all coming from you anyways. So then we get into Tron. The Tron, the grid hacking, the matrix, the system hacking, the legacy that I'm giving you here, the news, the neutron, the electrons, and the negative and the positive, you know, and switching between on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. So you get into Zen, you get into the 0 point. This is only happening if you go full range of motion. And like I said, I hacked the whole system with what I gave you here, because this is way too original. But just look at it. Does it make sense to you? I don't know. So then we get also into the elements, into air, or the Kalari Paya 2, the original rooted arts, hearts. We get into magic, language, spells and letters. We get into the full color spectrum, the rainbow, which is coming and shooting out of the hole, which has a lot to do with fasting and the still waters and Shivamukalpa. So you basically blind in this game here if you think all you see or all you perceive is real. It's not. It's an illusion of self. You basically birth in here. You start to grow. If you have semen or eggs, you start to grow out of this. But only if you get into the roots, if you fall into the holy hearts of yourself. Because this is what basically this whole grid system is about. I don't know if you have the eyes to listen. Can you listen with your eyes? Can you see with your ears? because it's about yourself. And this full color spectrum gets into, again, the 0 point, Zen, emotion, blizzards, which is about speed of light, being blind, hearts, vertebrae, 33s, Christ consciousness, 3030, and Deltron. But basically, this is only my mind map here. Like, I have no clue if that's for you or not. But it looks very powerful, right? Yeah, and it is, because it's rooted. So, the root arts are Kalaripayat and yoga and Zen, routines and rituals. So you get into the flow, which is also about fasting and falling. To become faster, you become faster if you fast. You become faster if you fall, if you let it go, if you just let it flow. So you get low because you fall into the hole, into yourself, into your eye, into your spine, into your spine, into your penis, into your pineal gland, because everything is mind. I have the eye to see, I have the web. I'm interwebbed, I'm interconnected into the whole grid. I'm growing out of these tricks, because the only thing which is basically occurring is I'm tricking myself with this. I'm spelling myself with this in order to survive, because I know in the first place that I am source. I'm the source code. I'm an open, empty system. It's also dangerous because a lot of different aspects could attach and add to my mind. But in the first place, I'm very empty. This is what everybody should be. So you get into the World Wide Web and you get lost in there, because it's good that you fall into the web. But once you fall into the web, you get lost in there because you think there's only one specific thing. It's only this N. It's new. Oh no, it's that. It's the M. Or is it the 0? The 3s? You only see one aspect. But no, you should zoom out. You get that? You should zoom out, see the whole grid. See the whole web. See the whole thing. Open up your eyes, open up yourself. And basically, you should not open up yourself, you should become blind. So you should close. And then you see red, right? Oh no, you see black, or what? I don't know what color you see. It's a blizzard, it's a rainbow. It's a rainbow, it rains down your bow into your spine, into your pineal gland. So this is all on you. This is all brain, this is all mind, this is all interconnected. This is all a spacesuit. This is all a consciousness journey of yourself. You look out, nobody else does. So this is on you, what you would like to perceive, what you would like to see. But to get to that point, you should start to walk bare feet. So you can start to get into your body and you start to develop your wheel. So you heal yourself with the Dharma, with the way, with the whys. Why is why important? Because you choose the way. And you should maybe get into Falun Dafa, Falun Gong, which is about truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance, so you can come back to source. So you fall into the hole and then you get to source. Once you've been to source, you realize that you're basically empty, but you have a lot of addictions, a lot of different language spells which are working on yourself because you've been told these illusions, these lies, because you believe in something. And that's a system. And it's not your fault, But basically it is, because you've never zoomed out. You know, you can zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom, 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 zoom. You get that? Oh yes, that's how it works, you know. That's what this whole thing basically is. It's a consciousness space walk, and X marks the spot, so you should get into the spot of yourself. Spot yourself, see your eye, so you start to realize the whole thing. Start with yourself. Go back to yourself. Go back into the hole. Let yourself fall. Don't be afraid of the fall. You will rise. Grow out on of yourself.